What up, Valtopia? Hey, honey, it's Val. I already went live today. I went live on my page earlier, and I shared that amazing live stream to my business page here. And I've been busy working and connecting with my clients and having amazing stuff going on. And I had to come on live again. They were like, my soul guidance was that I had to come on live again today. So here I am. I don't know who's going to be on live with me, but I've got all my decks, and I'm feeling like there's a message that's meant to come through right now for the afternoon crew that wasn't the same as the morning crew. You feel me on this? So let me see if I can share this somewhere fun and get some more friends in here with us. Well, I'll share it to Valtopia. Oh, and then I did a choice the other day of 1, 2, and 3 for the reading, and I didn't answer that, so I could do that too. So here's the thing. This morning I was talking with my amazing client about the sense of urgency that we feel in reaching and serving those who we desire to meet up with. And so the energy of that taking leadership of what you know and feel and what's guiding you, hello, I don't know who's here, is one of taking inspired action. Sorry, I'm just looking over here on my laptop and pulling up the title so I can make sure I'm following what I was talking about this morning. Here's the thing, we get stuck in these loops of repetition, familiar patterns, coziness, and we start to think that everything's harder than it is because of the experience that we've already had. And so if you go watch today's live stream that I did on my page, you'll be able to see where I talk about how these patterns become a clue about you and how you can grow into yourself more powerfully. So a lot of times we think that everything's going to take longer. We think it's going to take more effort. We think there's all this stuff we have to do. And my clients discover that they get to be. They get to be who they are. And when being themselves, everything is easier. Say hello if you're here. So I did a reading on that thing this morning. And I want to talk to those of you that feel certain you'll move beyond this current place you're in, but are having trouble identifying why or what it's about. Hi, Virginia, welcome. Welcome. I just decided to come back on. I did a live stream this morning that you can catch on this page. Hey, Keisha. And you can catch it on my page. And I was sitting here and I was like, I don't need to go live again. But my guidance was that I'm supposed to come on and go live. So I was like, all right, I'll go live. And I'm meant to talk to somebody today. So yes, you're there. That's where you are. You're like knowing that you're ready to shift. So tell us a little bit about your situation, Virginia, and let's see if we can shift the energy. And those of you who identify with this, and say hello if you're here, and be glad you jumped on, because I feel like doing some readings and shifting some energy. I feel like something about me coming on live right now today in this time is meant to be, and there's something opening up from it even more deeply. So let's let it roll, right? So talk to me if you're watching this. I've been working one-to-one with business owners and entrepreneurs who are integrating their spiritual creativity into their business. And they're taking leaps and bounds into places that feel scary and almost like they can't do it. And we work through it together so that when they get to the other side, yes, they might have been able to do it by themselves, but it would take 5 times as long, and there'd be way more trauma and money spent. We get there more efficiently, more rapidly, and the process of getting there is actually a process of becoming who you desire to be. So, Virginia, tell me a little bit about you and where you're, I'm working with people who are action takers, who are decisive, who have done the work and yet are still finding some loops somewhere where they're getting stuck on something and it's like, really? I can't believe this is coming up again. I thought I already worked through this. And that's where you come to me. Or if there's a thing, Virginia says, I feel even though I have growth, I'm still not advancing. Aha. Okay. So that's a and it depends on your situation, but sometimes what happens is we're so busy and we're so used to, and we've been trained to notice everything that isn't working, that we forget to celebrate and witness everything that is working. And it's incredible how much the energy of our transformation shifts when we focus on celebration. Is that something that resonates for you, Virginia? Hi, Jamie, how are you? In regards to your finances. Okay, so you're finding that you have like a sort of a financial cap. Is that right? Let's tune into it and see what's going on. I'm starting to feel some throat chakra. If you would like me to tune in, say you have my permission to tune in, and we'll take a look at it with just a quick diagnostic. And I love to work with people on their I call them perceived limitations, because nobody's limited by anything. The only limitation is you. And you know best your limitations, except that we have so many subconscious programs and ideas that color our natural understanding of ourselves. Okay. All right. So let me just take a look over here and make sure I'm not missing something. And for those of you that are in Valtopia, say hello. And if you're just new to me and you're just catching me and you're like, who are you? What is this? Say hello. Say hello. Okay, I'm just clicking over. Okay. Ooh. I'm tuning in and I'm beginning to feel some throat chakra energy for you, Virginia, into the chest, and I'm burping. Do you feel all that energy moving? So what is your perceived limitation? Why do you think you're not moving beyond a certain financial limit in your intake? And so for my clients, they like, what happens when we do the initial work of really rebooting and refreshing our perceptions and our beliefs, is it becomes very apparent that you are doing a lot for people. And it becomes real clear that you're letting others get away with a lot of things that you're actually kind of resentful and irritated about. But you're not taking action to shift that because it's too difficult, or it's been going on for a long time, or that's just the way it is. And when you come in and do this work with me, you're no longer available for anything that isn't soul aligned to your highest interest. And so you begin, first of all, just to see everywhere in your life experience where things are not in alignment, and then you begin to make those adjustments. So yeah, you say no to yourself instead of others. Exactly. And that's what I just wrote about on this post. Let me just read this to you guys, because this is exactly what I wrote about here. I wrote on here, ooh, I was writing to you in a different post. Isn't that hilarious? The post that I wrote, Virginia, was to you. It was a different written post. Hi, Wendy. It says, and I hope that I don't get busted for that. I don't have the rights to this music. I'm just enjoying and listening to it in the background. I'm trying to find what I wrote to you earlier, because, okay, I wrote, okay, my client was messaging me today, and she was saying, this is how easy it is, and it just feels amazing, even with the challenges. The best is always coming right here, right now. And I wrote, you are lucky, and you are next. I said, you're rebellious, a boss perfectionist, a people-pleasing badass. You're a control freak who has done the work to chill. You really have, and it works to a degree. There has to be more and a better way to feel great day to day and earn the kind of money you do. It does not have to feel like pulling teeth, clenching buttholes, or dry vaginas. In fact, if it does, that is why your bottom line is not overflow with extra. You get to come up stronger and better than ever before, full of vitality, exuberance. Your rebellious and perfectionism and insane ability to read the room is called innovative, visionary intuition, and nobody does you like you. Okay, so when I say that, this is about how we can scan the room, we can feel everything. So we've learned to modulate ourselves and shape-shift ourselves instead of doing the hard work of learning to stand up, ask for what we desire, say what we need, and become who we're meant to be. And so in staying a shapeshifter and modulating yourself rather than actually like doing the work of being yourself so that others can rise up to themselves and align with your highest self, you're letting everybody off the hook, including yourself, and setting a lower standard of being. Do you feel me on that? And that's why we feel unhappy, and that's why we feel disconnected from ourselves, and that's why we feel like we can't trust ourselves. We can't! We're not backing ourselves. We're not honoring our boundaries and standards. We're making a lot of assumptions for other people that may not be true. It doesn't feel good. We're being alerted to why we don't feel good. Do you feel me on this? It totally resonates with your current situation. Yeah. So, Virginia, this is the work that I do with my clients. And my clients are boss level people who had done a lot of work to come up to certain levels of expression in their lives and income. And it doesn't matter. We still have work to do around boundaries and standards and learning what's okay and what isn't okay. And I think a lot of times what happens is we've come to get used to what we're looking at and think that that's all there is. And when you do this work with me, it becomes real clear that that is not all there is, that it's not acceptable, and that the day-to-day work of establishing fresh boundaries and modes of dialogue and presentation and presence of yourself that's more aligned to who you really want to be. It's a day-to-day thing, and it takes time to take the steps, and it's really only happens fully when you do it in support, because otherwise you run away from a lot of things, you pull back, you contract, you shrink, and you can have these highs and then these lows and these highs and these lows. And what I'm doing with my clients is having that happens a lot in the beginning, and then we begin to stabilize into an upward motion of embodiment. And I'm seeing it with my clients. Like a few weeks in, we're not having the volatile roller coaster anymore. We're having more of a consistent sense of self and momentum of energy. And that's the kind of thing that changes your life, is that knowingness and peace and calm from within, that you then, it takes a minute for your outer world to shift and reflect that. So to be in company and shift your whole body and being consistently day after day after day after day until new habits are instilled, new people and relationships are formed, and you look around you and your life has shifted, that's why we invest in support, to make sure you make it through to the other side, and that you don't spend a lot of time and effort becoming something and then keep pulling yourself back, because human nature, there's no shame in your game. All right? So, with that said, Virginia, how does all this resonate for you? What do you feel is the solution for you? Are you ready to take more steps to back yourself, to stand up for what you believe? Where do you think the problem is? And so let's tune into you with let's use this deck. And I'm tuning in with you since you were the one to step forward first and you're illustrating today's example. So I feel a lot of energy sort of in here, in like the chest, and you are ready. Self-love. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something, Virginia. It starts with self-love. It starts with self-love, and it starts recognizing what you will and won't do, and recognizing what the outcome is you desire, and then deciding you will do or have whatever it takes to get to that outcome. So you must decide how important that outcome is to you, and then find the solution that guides you to that outcome. And it's not that the solution is necessarily, the answers are outside of you, but the guidance that brings you back to your own solutions is what will exponentially expand for you and allow you to be able to make those kind of decisions more and more powerfully, and stand up for yourself and back yourself. So I feel your solar plexus, and it links up into this sense of safety and security, a lot of guilt and shame and obligation there. So what I'm seeing is what I'm feeling is a collapsed version of you, Virginia, one that is completely aligned, that is very attached to other people's opinions, beliefs, and the program. You feel me on this? Hi, Desma, how are you? Can you guys share this stream and like my business page too as a thank you? I really appreciate it. Okay, so So yeah, Virginia says yes. So the work that you're doing goes beyond just self-love, because it starts with self-love. Like for me, my journey started with Abraham Hicks and looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, and some prayers to clear my energy all day, every day, and frankincense and crystals. And all of those helped me to feel more present and loving about myself and to change my frequency. But to actually come into a state of peace and bliss every day, no matter what's in my bank account, and to have an over $10,000 month, that takes self-love to a whole nother level. And that's what I do with my clients, right? So Virginia says, oh my God, yes. Okay, so here's your reading. A healthy lifestyle. One of the things that shifted my life so much is my green shake. I started in September and I drink it every day. And ever since I've been doing that, these new moons and full moons and cosmic events don't affect me the way they were. Now, I've also done a lot of work to not resonate with the old wounding. I cleared my wounds. I cleared my attachment and resonance with old vibrations that no longer are part of my being and experience. And part of that clarity comes from optimal nutrition and fitness. And so that's the first thing. How are you taking care of yourself? One of the biggest things I did when I was going through my crisis a few years ago, a friend of mine, both of us were going through divorce. And we were in this place where we felt helpless and almost imprisoned. And I said, the best thing that we can do is nourish ourselves. We must nourish ourselves and be healthy. And any decision we make from that place is divine. And that was my plan. So make sure that you're, hi Jen, make sure that you're nourishing yourself on all the levels, body, mind, and spirit. What are you listening to? What are you thinking about? What are you watching? Who are you around? But mostly, what are you thinking about and what are you saying? So your inspiration will guide you. And you want to get clear so you can receive inspiration. And if you're not feeling an inspiration at all, shift the energy, get clear. If you need to clear old programs and beliefs and perceptions, I've got a bundle for you that's only $555. You can get in and do it by yourself. You can sign up for a 2-week guided tour with me for $1555. Or you can go and be a boss and sign up right now on Valtopia.com and claim the last glow up spot. It's $5K for 6 weeks. It'll blow your mind. Literally, we rewire the neural pathways in your mind, body, and being and change. And this is the work we do together day to day, shifting your boundaries, shifting your standards, talking to people in your life that you're afraid to talk to, raising your prices, asking for more, getting more intimate with yourself, all the things, going in way deeper so that you have deeper and more powerful, impactful results. Hi, Kimberly June. Hey, girl. So the next thing is what you were saying, self-care, right? Healthy lifestyle, inspiration, self-care. Challenges will be resolved in your favor. When you nourish and embody positive vibrations and care for yourself, you will see reflected back to you the shift and love you're giving to yourself. If you don't like what's happening outside of you, don't go looking to the people outside of you to fix it. Fix it within yourself. So follow your intuition and know the guidance that comes through for you is yours. So if you feel like you can't trust yourself, begin to do things to trust your intuition every day. Thank you. Yeah, Kimberly. So Virginia, what do you think about all this? I'm going to leave you with the question card. And if it sounds like you're ready to do both some clearing and some regeneration of your beliefs and perceptions around what you're allowed to say and who you're allowed to be. Yeah? Working on it. Okay. All right. Well, as my clients know, there's like this breakthrough period. That's why I love the experiences I offer now. It's like you can do the bundle by yourself when you're really not ready. And you have a lot of clearing to do and you're just not ready to rock your world the way it happens when you do the one-to-one. So you have the bundle. Or you can take the guided tour with me and really get a taste for what it's like to have this level of support and care in your life and work your way up to the one-to-one. Then you get into the glow up, and the glow up is so cool because the first week you don't even have a session or anything and all this stuff happens. So I begin to get to know you and how you respond to me, and you begin to see what it means to have a frequency artist, shamama, working for you. So we have deep level business conversations and mind, body, spirit conversations and life coaching type of situations happening. And your PTSD, your physical body response, your nervous system response that keeps tripping you up in most situations, I'm in there with you. I can feel it. I can help you calm down in an instant. I can teach you to ground your energy anywhere, anytime. It will rock your world and change the way you move and shift energy in your body, which ultimately changes everything about how you live your life and how you magnetize and attract people to you and how people respond to you. So that is what we do. Hi, Jasmine, in the one-to-one work, but you get training and come into it with the bundle and the one-to-one tour guide. And so the glow up is like a lot of Voxer in only one 90-minute session. And it's designed that way specifically for us to see where you freak out and where your pattern of collapsing is. Where do you trip up and after you have a high, where do you collapse? Most of the time, you're left to your own devices to feel shame, guilt, and fear every time that happens and to just power up and carry on. Well, with me, you get to feel what it feels like to go into your typical pattern and then to shift out of it again repeatedly over these 6 weeks until by the 3rd week, you're not doing that shit anymore. You're not wasting your time spinning your wheels, questioning and doubting yourself and wondering if your first hit that was always right is still right. You don't spend a lot of time worrying and doing a bunch of stuff that doesn't yield any results. You're tapped into your genius and you're glowing. You're literally glowing and your clients are glowing for you and you're connecting on an electromagnetic level, and then anything is instant. It's instantaneous instead of the old way where you have to do a bunch of stuff and then there's all these probabilities and maybe something works out. This is completely different. This is talking about like telepathic connection with your people. They feel you, but they will not feel you if you're not healthy, if you haven't done the work to clear your bullshit, if you're not daily connecting into the quantum sphere, if you haven't asked for what you desire and you're not showing up and being the person ready to receive that. It's not gonna happen. And even my clients, after they've been in with me a few weeks, they will still be not seeing or still be repeating certain relationship aspects that are not going to get them the results they desire. So I'm there to say, well, what about that? Like, that's not going to get you that result. And what do you really want? And then we find out, and they're like, we scrap a whole like 6 months wasted doing something that never would have gotten them what they wanted anyway. And I know because I have spun my wheels over and over again with different coaches and different lines of launches and all kinds of things. It must come from a deep place of focus on your service and integrity of who you are and what you desire to connect with. All the other stuff is fucking fluff. Don't you fool yourself for a minute that you have to do it like so-and-so and this and that and another. You need to find someone who's going to tune into your genius and connect you immediately with urgency to those people you desire to serve. Time is of the essence. Our planet and everything is changing rapidly, and the more each of us tune into our infinite potential to create from our heart, the more rapidly we all connect in telepathically and fucking change the dynamic. Are you in? Or are you going to hide and run from the truth of how powerful you are and think that maybe somebody else will take care of it? Not in my watch. Not on my watch. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. Jen says, amazeballs. Yeah, Jen's doing the bundle. Hi, Jasmine. So welcome, everybody. This is fun. I am glad I came back on. I had this desire to come back on. So Virginia, what are you going to do? Who else is here? And those of you that are first time, I'm a psychic empath. I'm a mindset mentor. I'm a frequency artist. I'm an energy guide. I'm a cosmic shamama. And I rock my clients' worlds with frequencies and energy mastery. I guide my clients to become their own best shaman and to understand how to not only connect to all of the cosmos, move the energy through and down to open your heart, to ground, and then practically what that means in your life and your business and your relationships. So I love the nitty-gritty of transformation and alchemy. I have a gift for sniffing out and knowing your patterns of behavior and why you do them and what they mean and how they relate to your past life and your inner child and this life and your desires and your purpose and your mission. And I love the work of waking you up to your infinite potential, because every single one of us has all this untapped genius that we're walking around thinking it's so hard. And when we do the work of tapping more fully into that genius and less into the program, life does get a lot more easy. I know I went from living in the program and thinking my life was over, being controlled and micromanaged and miserable. I walked away from my career. I walked away from my marriage. I completely changed paradigms. I'm living a totally different life than I was. And it's because I believed I could. That's all. And I fucking stayed the course and worked my ass off, invested a shit ton of money, and believed in myself and showed up day after day after day after day. And today, I showed up twice a day because I felt like it. And I only need one more client to be fully booked. I'm stoked. I had the best month in business ever. I'm showing up because I so believe in what I'm doing, and I want more of you to be activated and share this wisdom. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. Hi, Feman. So who's watching owns a business, is in a financial plateau, and wants me to tune in and see what's going on with you? Is your throat tight? Are you feeling guilty? What are you hung up on? Where are you getting strong? Let me tune in with you. Say, I am, and I'd like you to tune in. I'd like you to tune in, Val, and I want to know what's going on with why won't I speak up? Or why is my income lagging repeatedly? I love all the hearts. Who was that? And would you like me to tune in with you? Yay! Oh, Virginia, I was going to pull you a question card to round it out. I love it. How am I supportive? And how do I feel when I am supportive? Right? All right. So does anybody else watching wish that I would tune in with you? Are you a business owner or a creative? Do you have a stall on your monthly intake and you wonder why? Hey, Wendy, thank you. Tracy says, yes, please. Okay, so Tracy, I'm burping and clearing some energy in my chest right now. I can feel it. And it's funny, for those of you who haven't worked with me before, you will start burping when you come into care with me. My clients all start burping. They're like, I never did this before. And I never started burping before my healer started teaching me to move the energy. It's just because you're not aware of how much energy you're processing in your body at any time. So Tracy, do I have permission to tune into your higher self and guidance? And let me know when you feel me tuning in. Ooh, I already feel heart chakra. All right. Ooh, a lot of heart chakra. Wow. Hi, Kimberly. All right, so Tracy, let me know when you feel me tuning in. I'm going to tune in with this deck. And let's see. Yeah, a lot of heart chakra. There's your guides. They're all around you, Tracy. And I felt all that energy in my chest, burping in the heart chakra. There's like some grief, and it's like a combination grief packet, forgiveness packet happening in your heart chakra there. You feel that? Did you feel me tuning in with you? Yeah. I love it when they give us this kind of feedback. This is hysterical. This cracks me up. We have rest and relaxation. Card went flying. We have rest and relaxation and get into action. What? How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to get into action and be relaxed at the same time? What is that? Well, when my clients come to work with me, they actually have been running around almost like a chicken with a head cut off, because they are ambitious, they do care, and they truly want to serve. So they're doing all this different stuff that they think they're supposed to do, that they've heard that you're supposed to do, that everybody else is doing, and it's not working for them because it's not for them. And so what we do when we begin working together is to stop all the madness and to tune in more deeply to just getting the energy aligned and to just feeling that sense of peace. And suddenly they find clients booking in anyway at higher cost because you're in a more restful and relaxed state of being, and you're much more magnetic, and you're not scattered, and your energy's not all over the place repelling anybody that was trying to connect with you, right? So I think that's the energy, is for you to allow yourself to, hi Lisa, is to allow yourself, please share the live stream, especially if you're getting a reading, thank you, is to, slow down and tune in. What do you feel? What do you want? What do you really want? Are you really doing that? Because so often we're running around and we're trying to do so much and we don't even know what's going on, and you're trying to make all these plans and build a foundation based on something that isn't even you and that doesn't even help you. So slow down and find your magic, honey. You feel that, Tracy? And it really does feel like there's a lot of emotion in the heart chakra, and some grief to release. So, how does all that resonate, Tracy? Hi, Lisa Marie. Welcome to Valtopia. I'm Val Cripps, and I'm like a psychic business guide in a way. I'm a baller life coach for a visionary, creative mystics, oracles, messengers, healers, and creativepreneurs who are serving others with their wisdom and life history and their genius. And I'm here to help you tap more into your genius, because that's where the God connection is. That's where the cosmic love connection is. That's where the magic happens, within you and of you and for you and through you. So I don't really just do readings like for whatever. I tune in. I can feel where you're tight in your body and being, where you're resisting your divine guidance and soul being. And so that's the kind of readings that I do. My pleasure, Tracy. So Lisa, if you are a business owner, or you're looking to expand your income limits, and even with love, if you are holding yourself away from love because of a pattern, I can tune into that. So if that sounds good to you, and I have permission to tune into your higher self and being, then I will take a look. I will take a look and see what comes through. Let me know if that sounds good to you. And if you do, let me know when you feel me tuning in. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Valtopia Sphere. And I call my space the Valtopia Sphere because I work really hard I don't work really hard. I allow very deeply a beautiful resonance within myself to extend to my clients and my private inner circle. There's a real focus on what we're creating and the energy that we shift. We just feel good. We really do feel blissful and good within ourselves, because even when we wake and maybe feel the heavy fear or guilt or whatever that we wake up with, we know how to shift it and honor it and move through it to whatever that contrast was meant to show us, you see? So Lisa says yes. All right, Lisa, I'm going to tune in with you. Let me know when you feel me tuning in. I'm going to use these Arcturian light activation cards, and I'm just going to tune in with you and just allow our guides to show whatever's coming up for you, okay? So let me know when you feel me tuning in. There's the hand, so the guides are here. I do feel this energy popping in my chest. Lisa. Oh, my ears just started screaming. Like the image that I got was like, it's like holding on too tight Lisa, like holding on too tight with your energy, like fearful, holding on, like almost attached to the outcome so much that you're blocking it. Does that resonate for you? You have to open your heart and trust a little more. And you want to come into alignment first and then magnetize to you what you desire. So that's a process of doing the clearing your fears of why you think you can't have what you want, or you aren't worthy of what you're asking for, and looking at those beliefs, seeing where they come from, shifting them, and then infusing yourself with the new belief you desire. It's a whole process, and it's one that I teach in my one-to-ones and that you can learn through my bundle too. So let me know how that resonates, Lisa. Okay. All right, well, this was fun. It was really fun to tune in with you guys. I went through and explained my programs really powerfully. I described some of what keeps a lot of my type of clients from breaking through their limits, and we do when we work together. So if this is you and you're ready to really, really own your frequency, to have an income leap, to open up your channels and streams of income, maybe you're lagging, or you're feeling like a sort of a lull in a plateau, it's probably because you're being asked to step into more leadership for yourself, and you're trying to stay comfy where you are and think that you can keep what you have going, and you're spinning off. It's time to lean into who you are and take the leadership for yourself first, and feel what it means to truly know a deeper level of yourself, tighter boundaries, expecting more of others in terms of you expecting more of yourself, and showing up that way and seeing it reflected back to you. It will change everything about your life experience, and we will go through it together, day to day, week after week. And at the third week even, you won't even recognize yourself. So you can sign up for this glow up experience on Valtopia.com. Fill out the application. I will go look at it right now and get you started. And like I said, you can get the bundle for $555, the guided tour for $1,555, and one-to-one is $5K to begin with. So thank you so much for for watching today, and for trusting me with your energy, and own your frequency. There's nobody like you. See you next time. Bye.